Great value at $99.99.
Only $99.99. I was
only $99.
Oh my god!
And we only have 17 more left for the first 18 callers.
Hey everybody, I'm Travis.
I'm Joshua.
I'm Phil.
And welcome to another episode of the Dudes in Space Vidcast.
Yes. Why are you talking like you're an announcer
NPR?
for a sexy news station?
Because we're going to be discussing some really good topics, and
You should go into QVC mode.
What we got today, everybody, is a nice ring, and its color is sapphire. It's a sapphire ring.
Oh, that's shiny!
Oh, would you look at that?
It's really, it's a great value at $99.99.
Only $99.99. I was
only $99.
Oh my god!
And we only have 17 more left for the first 18 callers.
What are we even doing? We're coming at you, and we're going to hang out with you, and we're going to talk about stuff on the Dudes in Space Vidcast. We're going to talk about a random topic.
Let's get it.
Fast food portion sizes. I've got opinions about that.
Me too. Me three?
What?
Mr. Me threes?
Yeah, so that's a cool topic because I think everybody here,
Eats the fast food.
If you're watching the Dudes in Space, you've seen some fast food eaten before.
And you've also seen some very large fast food portion sizes.
Big portions.
It's not like we haven't eaten 150 nuggets before.
We haven't, actually. We may have killed 100 of those.
Oh, that was
maybe.
Yeah, those were awful. But yeah, so fast food portion topic sizes is the topic that we're discussing. I think that in general, fast food portion sizes
are too big.
No.
What?
I don't think they're too big.
They're too darn high!
I don't think they're too big, but I do think that the issue that comes into play is more along the lines of how much food they're marketing to you in order to make it seem like you're getting a value for a huge portion of food.
Did he say a sentence?
Yes, I did. I said a few sentences in one.
Without a preposition.
Look, if you go to a fast food restaurant and you order just the burger,
right?
Mm-hmm.
You're good. But once you get the combo meal,
well,
and
they're selling
upsize
you a
it,
meal. You know the thing. All right, this is mildly off topic. But
first topic, off topic.
It's all right. You know what? I am so mad that they cannot take a soda off my meal and make like a fry sandwich meal with a water.
You know how you can do that?
How?
You buy the sandwich and some fries.
It costs the same as the thing with the drink.
Does it?
Yes.
That's crap.
It's crap.
That's where you have to... this is where the portion size comes in. You really have to think to yourself, like, how important versus your amount of... Because that's the whole point, is, like, upping the value based on, like, how much stuff you get.
Yeah. If you pay for it,
But,
you
like,
need to get it.
If you want less, you should be able to pay less. I shouldn't have to get more.
Yeah.
Well,
to pay
yeah.
less.
So you're just mad at the value system of being in a combo.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, like Sonic, for instance. They build their combos where every piece is just a piece of that combo. You can swap out anything, you can change the size of anything on it, and your price changes accordingly.
Yeah.
But is there not a discount for
No.
ordering separately?
I don't
Or
think
not
there
ordering,
is.
or the fact that you've combined it?
They have never told me when I got, well, then again, I don't usually get waters there.
That's what I'm saying. We need to go and we need to find that out.
Yeah, we should.
We need to order a small drink, a small fry, and a hamburger, and then the whatever combo that is, and see if there's a difference. 'Cause
There
there's
is.
Never a small everything
There is
combo.
definitely an add this on for the meal. For like their entrees. Like you can get the boneless wings, or you can, for $1.35, make this a meal.
That's okay. It's still portion sizes, though. That's what we're talking about. If I go spend $1 for a double cheeseburger, is that too much double cheeseburger for my $1?
Well, they're not selling you they're selling you the meal. That's the portion. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say any one item is the portion.
So you're saying the combo is the portion?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. I can dig with that.
And usually...
Is this health or value related?
Both.
Health and value.
Health, if you're eating fast food, you're not really that concerned with health.
Point.
That's just the way it is. But
That's a good point.
then again, there's the convenience. That's the third layer. 3 angles or 3 sides on the triangle here. You got value, convenience, and side healthfulness.
Healthfulness necessities. Mummification.
Yeah, that's my triangle.
Look, I don't think that portion sizes are too big. And that's what we're talking about here. Portion sizes. You can order less food.
You cannot go if that's your argument. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so what you're saying is the portions
there's not a
aren't
problem.
actually too big. It's the problem is everybody gets goaded into getting the more stuff.
That's true. I know I have a problem. Okay.
Don't know what the problem is, but
Like, I feel like when I go to Taco Bell is my number one fast food. If I'm gonna eat fast food, it's gonna be Taco Bell.
Okay.
I don't really care
it's
about
not
any
true.
other place.
You've had plenty of fast food,
Well,
and I
because
have
it's
the video
dudes in
evidence to
space.
prove it. In real life.
Thanks, dudes in space,
When
for all the food.
When Phil eats food in real life.
In real life,
It's a
I
Taco
eat Taco
Bell.
Bell. But when I go to Taco Bell,
Taco Bell.
I can't justify the $5 box because it.
Because it's only $5. You can get 6 more things.
You can get
Exactly, you
5
can buy
bigger
5
things for
bigger
that
things
$5
for the same price. So I'd rather do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do.
That dollar menu is on point.
It really is.
At
It
Taco
really
Bell.
is.
Talk about portion sizes though. I like the way Taco Bell does it.
Everything is
Usually.
cheap. There's a lot of it.
And they have more options for arranging things, but that just kind of goes with tacos in general.
Yeah,
you can
they're-
have more
they're piecemeal.
types.
And it's also the same, like, 6 ingredients, though.
Yeah, that's true. The main thing I think with portion size is like I can't go to Wendy's and get a Baconator that doesn't make me feel miserable every time.
I get what you're saying. Not even son of bacon.
Even the little one, I did it the other day. I brought it in and I was
Complained
like,
for an hour about it.
it was 30 minutes. This is really the small Baconator? Like, I want half of
But
this.
that's the point of the Baconator.
No, the point of the Baconator is to get, it's the ratio of bacon and cheese to burger.
The whole marketing ploy of the Baconator was that they have this giant, ridiculous, insane menu item that is just straight up gluttony, man. All it is
not
meat,
it at
cheese,
all.
and bacon. Yes, it was.
It's the amount of bacon you get on the sandwich.
You know what? If it's too much, you cut that joker in half,
And what, throw a half away?
and you eat half later.
No, that's not good.
It's not good.
It's just not good.
I think outside of the fast food world, portion sizes are a little more easy. It's a little easier to talk about.
No, I feel like they're even bigger.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's more of an
like
issue.
a sit-down restaurant?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
go
I
to
think
Chili's,
You cannot
that's
get
way
an,
too much
don't
food.
get an appetizer.
Well, okay, so where I feel, what I really feel is the issue with fast food portions that is different from when you go to a restaurant is at a fast food restaurant, the largest portion of your meal is this giant sugary soda.
And that's the thing I don't want usually.
I don't want that either. Like, let's think about it. Like, the size of a Coke has, like, increased exponentially.
The size is giant, but actually the caloric value of it is not all that high. Surprisingly.
Sugar is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Less
but
than
calories is
'Cause
calories.
Sugar's where they'll get you. That's what gets you addicted.
Man, they'll cram all that sugar in there and give you
I'm-
the sugars.
I tell you what, I'm addicted to Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I
There's
love
sugars
that. I
in
love
that too,
diet
bro.
soda. Yeah, it's fake sugar though.
Exactly.
It just gives you cancer,
That's
anal
science-
leakage,
They've
and it
never
makes you
proven
forget about
that.
it.
That's-
Never proven anything.
That's scientifically created sugar. It's scientifically created
Lab
to,
sugar.
to just get
Test
you.
tube sugar.
Let me guess, you don't eat
Ejected.
Gmos either.
I eat all the Junos.
Yeah, Gmos are delicious. They make corn good.
You ever had real corn? No, because you can't eat it.
Yeah, in the fine. If you want to go further, you look at fine dining and upscale dining.
Yeah, that stuff is
And the
way
portions
smaller.
are
At a point.
well. It really depends
Fine
on what
dining,
you're doing.
though. Like, real fine dining.
But then you're eating 10 courses of food.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
I'm
recently,
saying if you're looking in like the $3 to $4 sign restaurants,
Oh.
that is not like Michelin star level dining, but it's your standard that good restaurant in town that you have to put your nice shirt on to go to.
Well-
Those portion sizes are on point and it's expensive.
You know who has great portion sizes?
Who?
Texas State Brazil. They give you a little sliver of every
pay
portion.
$50 and you control your home.
Well, I recently,
Unfortunately, I have no control.
when
Green.
for my birthday, we went to Flight, which is
Look it.
Flight is a really, really nice restaurant.
Yeah, that's $4 signs.
And literally their portion sizes are a piece of steak that is this big.
Mm-hmm.
But of course you get a flight of it, so
Yeah,
there's three
you get
pieces
three
that are
things.
this big.
And it's not just a chunk of steak; it's a steak
get a
with a
little
wonderful
bit of-
sauce and a
yeah.
little bit of veg. And
Keep the sauce.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
they're
veg.
good.
Definitely keep
Oh,
it.
don't
they're
ever go to
good.
Flight; you would hate it, Josh.
I'm
the
sure
food
you
would be
just hate
so delicious, you'd hate it
Uh-huh.
It's like bison
because you're an
and
insane person.
emu and stuff
No,
like
all
that.
that's good. Give me the meats. Keep the extras.
And you gotta try the veggies though; they're so good.
I don't have to do anything.
They're
Yeah,
like
you're right.
cheesy mashed potatoes. but
Oh,
it's
that's
like
not a
gourmet.
veg. That doesn't count as a vegetable.
It does at a restaurant.
Oh, well, tell my wife that.
I will. Hey,
Kendall,
that is a vegetable.
you hear
What about
that?
corn? Is that a vegetable?
That is
Look
also-
at that. That's
Yeah.
two vegetables I like.
Corn's more
Are
like
pickles vegetables?
yes.
Yes.
All right, that's three.
Boom! We just
Count 'em.
proved science.
Yeah.
Popcorn. It's a vegetable.
All right, so
That's
let's
true.
shift. Let's shift.
'Kay.
Portion sizes, how have they changed?
They have gotten bigger
For sure.
because you have to escalate to get more money, to get more profits. You have to serve more food and wash it out in the dollars.
But how do you explain the video of the Big Mac? Is that
Oh,
what it
you
was?
know, yeah, the Big Mac that has gotten
That has shrunk
tinier
over time.
and more expensive.
How do you explain that?
How do you explain it?
Well, I think that's the thing is everyone is looking at the wrong part of
The sides
puzzle.
are what have gotten big,
Yeah,
like the drink
it's
and
like
fries.
the meal itself.
The meal itself
Yeah.
is what has gotten
Entree
larger.
has shrunk.
So like
the
realistically,
expensive good part has gotten
It's
smaller.
gotten smaller,
Yeah.
and
The
the
cheap
cheap
stuff,
stuff
they've
has
blown up.
inflated.
But you've worked in the restaurant industry before. You know that's like where you make the money is.
yeah, that's what.
Oh,
I mean,
fries are the
Fries
highest.
and drinks.
Yeah, fries and pie.
Because the meat and stuff doesn't really get you any money. You break even on that stuff usually, right?
I don't know.
Depends
not,
on what
not
you're doing.
them, yeah. Wendy's is making money off everything.
Oh, sure, but it's not a lot
Because
of
they
money.
charge $12 for it.
Oh my
Look,
gosh.
it is-
Let's talk about prices just for a second here.
I get prices. I think they're.
Oh my gosh, man. You can't go get a meal anymore for less than $10.
Well, that's true. It's unfortunate, but
Unless you go to Taco Bell.
the issue
true.
is. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people are getting stupid rich off of Wendy's. Okay? CEO, owners, whatever, founders, yeah, they're making a lot of money. But they're not making so much money that if you totally cut them out of there, it would make enough difference on the menu. And think of all the people that they're keeping employed by that.
Just talking about.
Am I a Republican?
Probably.
You're probably a libertarian,
Yeah, you're probably right.
as most people are.
No, I'm still going to just say I'm Democrat because I like to.
Anyway.
Makes you feel good? Like, maybe you are a Democrat.
I mean, I think it's less about in fast food, it's less about the portion size, but it's more about them forcing you to get a lot of food and not making it easy for you to do something that's affordable in order to feign value so that you spend more money.
That's probably it.
That's the point of it, I think. Like, if you can talk somebody into, well, if you pay $1 more to get the meal, you can get all of this
Yeah,
extra.
pay $2 more for this 20 cents more of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, see, if they're getting higher profit ends because there's more profit in the dollar you spent to upsize it
But
than
if you
there
don't
is
upsize, you're losing money.
That's how they get
You're
you.
not losing money by not spending it.
You know, I think I've solved this issue for myself.
What is it?
Just
Stop going to fast
fast
food.
food. That's what I've.
Do that.
Other than
Except Taco Bell.
Talk about you're good to go. No,
Let's-
just don't change your beautiful.
do real talk here
Talk
for
about
a
it.
second. Like
Bell,
outside,
I don't know.
outside of Dudes in Space, I have basically changed my diet to just chicken. broccoli, and rice.
Congratulations, Phil.
Good, yeah, good job, buddy.
Yep.
If we wanted to see more about your diet and fitness, where would we go?
You can
All
look
right.
at my regular YouTube channel.
Well, you're editing it. You can either put it in or not. It'll be here or it won't.
YouTube.com/ Phil or something.
Flab to fit with Phil because I'm trying to lose weight and stuff.
Flip to flap with flavel.
All right, I think
Anyway.
I think we've exhausted our time on that subject.
All right, so let's move it on to the next
Round 2.
subject. movie remakes.
That's a real problem right
That
now.
is. That's
I don't know,
a
I
bigger
like it.
problem than fast food
Well,
portion size.
Like, okay.
How many times are they going to remake Fast and the Furious?
They're not remaking it ever.
Yeah,
They have
okay.
not remade it one time.
How many times are they going to remake the Bourne movies?
They haven't
They
remade
remade
that
those.
one time.
Yeah, okay, they're not all the same. The first movie.
No.
okay.
Have you seen them all?
I
Yes.
think that the problem is we're using the wrong terminology.
You're not saying remakes.
I'm making a joke and y'all aren't catching on to it.
You were making the joke that I talked about before we started recording.
I was making the joke that all of these movies are just rewatched versions of themselves, all the sequels,
True, but
not actually reboots or remakes.
those movies.
Well, let's
for
talk
sure.
about remakes.
You're
But
right. You're right.
Star Trek is
Okay.
the first one that comes to my mind for some
When
reason.
was the last one made?
The last one? Like the newest one?
1997.
The
Like
newest
the
one
ne-
just came out.
No,
but
I meant the last
2009.
series.
Oh, previously?
Yeah.
Like early 2000s.
Really? Was that like Next Generation
remember
stuff?
that.
There was a movie for that
Made
stuff?
for TV movie?
No.
A major motion
Star Trek
picture
Nemesis,
event?
I really feel like was 2001.
I don't think that movie.
No,
that
that's
was
a
a book
Space
film.
Odyssey.
That was just a book.
But anyway, like
Do you think they improved upon that one though?
they didn't improve, but it's slightly different.
It's different, but I feel like generally that is people like it more than the stuff they were
Just
doing
'cause
in the
it's
late
new.
90s, 2000s.
I watched
The movies, yes.
I didn't
like,
watch the original Star Trek. I
Half the
did
movies
watch
are bad.
The Next Generation.
Next Generation is a fantastic show.
Yeah. So that's the Star Trek that I know.
Star Trek.
I said Star Trek, but I said it like
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
We're watching a Star Trek.
So I really liked the remakes because it kind of gave me a little view into the older thing.
well, that's why like everybody remembers Captain Kirk, but they didn't watch it. They watched Next Generation.
Vanilla Ice.
So, let's just go ahead and get this out there.
Okay.
Have
Yeah.
any of us seen the new Ghostbusters movie?
No.
I know, like I feel like that's the one movie
That
that,
is- that's
everybody
the
would
one
like
right
for us to
now.
talk about,
Yeah.
but
Matt Bell told me not to see it, and I'm like, yes, sir.
I agree.
I've had many people explain to me why they like it or didn't like it, and it does sound like a movie I would not like.
Yeah, me neither.
I like
Like-
Bridesmaids. If it's anything like Bridesmaids, I'd like it.
I don't like Bridesmaids
I
at
don't
all.
either.
I do not like that style of comedy. It's just
I like
not
it.
good
It's
to me.
mindless. It's easy, and you could take a good quick nap and then get some laughs.
I watched Neighbors 2. It's an excellent film.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Yes, it is.
Is that the Seth Rogen?
Yes, it is
Like Frat
mindless.
House?
It is stupid. That's the second. This is a sequel.
I have one problem with most of those movies.
What is
In
your
fact, I have that same problem with most Judd Apatow movies. Like
It's
like
this is
most
Jude
Judd
up too.
Jude 2. All of those movies feel like they're way too long for me.
Definitely for comedy.
That's always my problem with those movies. If they are 2 hours long, they're too
Neighbors
long.
isn't that long.
I know. Well, I didn't say that one was. I'm just
What about
saying.
Zach
Like
and Miri
Brad-
make a porno?
That movie is
A masterpiece.
just right.
It's okay. All right, so
But
remakes.
Judd Apatow didn't make that, so
Do you consider?
that was Kevin Smith.
I knew that.
Do you consider the stuff that Zack Snyder's doing with Batman now to be a remake?
No,
Reboot.
I don't even consider it to be a reboot.
I mean, it's definitely a reboot.
I think that they're all technically. You can't call them reboots. They are.
They're rebooting the franchise. though.
They are. What's the word?
Reboot? Reboot.
When you boot something again,
Like
No.
and you reboot it.
What was that awesome Toonami cartoon from the 90s?
Reboot.
Reboot.
That wasn't from Toonami.
Oh.
I just knew what he was talking about because it was reboot.
The word was definitely a reboot. While you're thinking
And
of it,
reinterpretations of source material.
Yeah, that's like a reboot.
No.
Yeah, but look, all right, there was another universe for Batman.
yeah,
And they made a new universe for Batman.
Yeah.
That means they rebooted Batman.
yeah.
But that's not a remake, which is really what the argument is.
I think that as far as remakes go, RoboCop, Total Recall.
Oh, you know
Ooh,
what? Dread.
those-
Dread was
Dread
so
was so
good.
good.
What
Yeah.
other good remakes did
I
we
didn't
have?
see RoboCop, but I hear that was really bad.
I didn't hear it
I
was
didn't
very
say.
good.
While you guys are talking about this, I want to point out my favorite theory about the Batman universe.
Okay.
And that is that the Christopher Nolan Batman is the one true Batman. And every other Batman you've ever known has been a comic book or action movie based off of the Christopher Nolan Batman that exists within the Christopher Nolan Batman universe.
What?
So Batman Forever was about Chris Nolan's Batman. It was a movie that came out about Chris Nolan's Batman.
I mean, that's silly, but okay, I guess.
What's the word that I'm looking for?
Reboot.
Reboot?
It's not reboot.
It's a reboot.
Like if somebody who like when somebody made a movie about Pride and Prejudice, which was a book. What's that called?
A screenplay.
No.
Adaptation.
Adaptation. They're all adaptations of an original comic.
Okay.
So
Sure.
technically
But
not.
you're not
reboots.
wrong.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't...
No, he is wrong. Don't give him that. He's wrong. It's a reboot
You're wrong.
of the Batman.
You're right. I forgot, but
It's
I remember that you
a
were
reboot
wrong.
of the Batman film franchise.
Regardless, I think Zack Snyder is doing a terrible job.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Like, okay, they've increasingly gotten better, but even saying that, they're still not good. What are you googling over there?
I'm
Yeah.
getting us a list of the best movie remakes. that we
Hey,
can talk
Google.
about.
Hey, Google. Google. Answer.
Keep talking. This is why you're not supposed to acknowledge I'm doing this.
Oh, okay. Josh is peeing, so...
All right, but if we're talking about
Reboots.
the Zack Snyder movies,
Yeah, those Superman reboots.
Man of Steel was bad. I don't care what anybody says. I'm willing to say that on the internet. It was bad.
No. It was a movie. I
It
didn't
was
like it.
terrible. Batman
I've
vs.
never been a
Superman
big Superman fan. So.
was a bit higher quality. It was saved by Ben Affleck.
I'm going to tell you right now, the best of them all so far has been the Justice League trailer.
That does look pretty good. Suicide Squad was pretty good.
I didn't see it.
I mean, it still has the problem of
Being too gritty, unnecessarily gritty.
No, actually it wasn't. It was actually a really fun movie. I think its problem was that it tried to give you way too many characters that you had no background about.
The Parent Trap.
I'm
Okay,
gonna say
yes.
it's not a good reboot.
That was a great reboot.
Remake.
I like it.
Remake.
Remake.
I like
What you got?
Parent Trap.
All right, so just a few here. People apparently like the Dawn of the Dead remake. Okay.
I have never seen any of
I
those.
think I did, and I think it was all right, but it didn't stick with me.
I'm not a horror movie guy.
True Grit, I really liked.
Ooh,
the new
yeah,
True Grit,
True Grit
was
is
really good.
I've seen the original.
didn't see either of them.
I prefer the new one.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a style back then, and it was done in a certain style.
Why can't I know?
The Ring.
That was a reboot?
It was a
I
remake of a
Ringu.
Japanese.
Ringu.
Yeah.
Ringu.
And I really liked the first.
I never
Ring
saw
movie.
the original one.
I have seen The Ring.
I've seen
It's an
pieces of
interesting
it.
movie.
The Japanese one.
Yeah.
What are the main differences?
I don't remember.
It's very similar.
I just
from what
remember that I
remember.
preferred the Japanese.
I did not like the remake of Let the Right One In.
I've never heard of that.
I like Grace.
Let Me In is
What's
the
her
remake.
name? Great Chloe Grace Moritz.
Oh, I like her. She's in Kick-Ass.
And the
Boy,
kid.
she was bad in Neighbors 2, let me tell you.
Really?
Yeah. Poor. I feel like she had a few flukes.
Oh, really?
And yeah, she's not that
Or
good.
she was good as a child actress?
Yes.
Not as
Probably.
an adult
Yeah.
actress?
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, Chloe.
Oh, I
You
saw the
watched
Parent
Disney's
Trap
face.
on there.
Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. I feel like that was well remade.
Yes. Like
That first
I like it
movie
too, I
is
haven't
kind
seen
of
it.
unwatchable.
The first movie. Well, the reason it's unwatchable is because it is
It was
strictly
a-
by the books.
Yeah, and it was
Like-
bad.
It's not bad.
It is.
It's
That's
just
a bad
Swedish.
movie.
They're Swedish filmmakers.
They're
They don't know what they're doing.
Swedish.
Okay, that's bad.
I mean, except Ingrid Bergman. Ingmar Bergman, not Ingrid Bergman. Sorry.
Ingrid
Sorry.
Bergman. He's a great cinematographer.
But yeah, David Finch is my favorite director.
I guess
so
that's it.
I'll let him do everything.
that's the
That's
end of
all
it.
the good movie remakes. I'm sorry, guys.
Look, I think that remaking movies is fine. I don't think that you have to enjoy it or not. It's not for one person. It's for a mass of people. And if it
But
isn't good, then it'll flop. They won't do it again.
that's
but
not
they
true.
do it again.
I
problem.
think
Not with unsuccessful IPs.
it's a cash grab, and that's why it makes people angry.
Yeah, I get that.
They're just it's exploitation.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. What are they remaking that's going to piss a lot of people off?
Ghostbusters.
No. Ben-Hur.
Oh
I've
yeah,
never
that
seen
makes
that.
no sense.
Yeah, well, maybe it does. I mean, maybe they're just trying to make an adaptation of it to make sure
See,
that it
The difference.
that the story carries into a new generation.
What I will say about Ben-Hur is nobody asked for that.
How long have you been here?
Ghostbusters, people have been wanting a sequel for 20 years.
But doesn't that... Okay, well...
Oh, and they got it. they got what they were asking for.
But nobody has been asking for a reboot of Ben-Hur from the 60s.
Someone has.
That one guy on the internet that was like, hey, I wish you guys would remake that. I don't like that movie from the 60s. It's got that Charlton Heston guy in it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe from the late 50s, but
I
it's
think it was
50s or
earlier than
60s.
But regardless, I mean, people are going to do it. And I don't necessarily
because they've run out of... it's not that they've run out of ideas. Because there are plenty of ideas. Here's what I've learned. It's cash grabs.
But
it's a cash grab. It's
that's
using a big
from
name.
The studio, though.
Yes.
I feel like there's a fan or there's a screenwriter or an aspiring director or filmmaker that's like, I really want to make my own version of this classic.
And those never make it to the screen.
And then
the ones that are good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they are the ones that start the ball rolling. So they get enough steam behind them to take it to a studio, and then a studio turns it into crap.
So that's why they should never.
That's why they shouldn't do that. Yeah. They should stay independent.
How do we do that, Internet? How do we support our independent filmmakers?
Patreon.com. But for real, remakes on the whole are terrible. There have been a few that have broken through.
I think if you take a bad IP and remake it good.
That is a good idea.
Great job.
Yeah.
If you take something that's timeless, something that has no business being remade, something that has existed fine within the past 30 or 40 years.
Oh my God! How did I not? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory! Get that out of here! Get it out! Straight out! And send it to hell. Get it out, box it up, send it to hell.
Fair enough.
The only person that would enjoy that sadistic masterpiece is the devil himself. Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate
It's a giant turd, okay?
You just need to flush it. Just flush it down.
All you kids, if that's all you've ever seen, I'm sorry. Go watch
Willy Wonka
and the Chocolate Factory.
Be
terrified.
That Gene Wilder's ever been.
Be
in.
terrified.
Yeah, Gene
be
Wilder's
amused.
good.
Be intrigued.
Gene Wilder won't be in movies anymore.
Yeah,
you know what's coming out soon that's really stupid?
No.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh.
No, that's going to be for television. That's just going to be like a fun
That's
little
why it's
remake.
going to be terrible.
It probably will be, but...
Granted, the original is terrible, but that's the point of that.
Was it being terrible?
Yeah,
so
it's like a 50s horror movie, sci-fi movie.
I think the Glee episode is all we ever needed, so...
There's a Glee episode?
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to this vidcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any points you'd like to make, if you'd like to argue with us, or if you'd like to comment alongside with us, please do so in the comment section below. If you'd like to submit a topic, you can check us out at patreon.com/dudesinSpace, and there's an option there for you, so you can throw one of the random topics in.
Sure.
And I guess we're going to wrap it up now.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in the future.
Bye.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. New videos come out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Check out some of these sweet videos. Go to patreon.com/dudesinSpace if you'd like to give us your support.